What's up? Small change. I can now read the YouTube chat, so the YouTube chat is now enabled. I did keep it disabled before because I wasn't able to moderate it. I was only able to look at one chat at a time. I now managed to kind of fuse YouTube chat messages and Twitch chat messages together. So now YouTube chat is enabled and I can actually read what you all are saying. So yeah. YouTube chat is officially enabled, so if you'd rather watch on YouTube, you can also watch over there. Alright, so I figured we give the daytime mod another go, because there's still a bunch of cars that I want to build and things I want to try out. Also, this got released officially now, so you can also use this mod yourself. Once again, put the graphics to medium. You can maybe put textures to higher ultra if you want and draw distance. I don't think that makes a huge difference, but yeah, I guess I'm getting quality at least as well. Because it does kind of mess with the performance of the game a little bit, so keep that in mind. And yeah, also at the end, we're gonna do a One Gun Midnight Maximum Tune soundtrack tier list, because we've been listening to it all day when playing this game, so I figured we might as well just do a tier list. We might just do like one game for now, and the main thing is you guys are gonna vote. I'm not actually gonna do the tier list like before. But you guys can actually vote this time on where to put all of the songs. So yeah, that's a little bit of a difference compared to my previous tier list that I used to do. Okay, so what am I using? Honestly, mediums are fine. I did equip the skill that we have more tire life, I think 20%. I think mediums are fine. I think we're gonna use the GTO for a little longer, but eventually I think I'll switch to something else. I think that's gonna be my go-to. Yeah, you know what? Let's go here. Works for me. Is this a real DustinEden? It's weird how many weird nicknames I've gotten over the years. Like, I actually rarely just get called regularly anymore. Alright, now we go. I could accelerate time a little bit already, like before. Flashbang warning. Yep, okay, there it is. Just once again, show off the mod a little bit more. It does feel very, very different, but yeah, once you go out, it's usually nighttime, so you're gonna have to stick around for a little while. While you're outside if you want to see daytime. Yeah, preparing a blind. Okay, so yeah, the GTO is also a little bit overpowered, I think, for this stage in the game. That I will say. I mean, it's usually one of the last cars you unlock. And so it doesn't even have all the upgrades, but it's still really, really fast. One gun midday, yeah, pretty much. Also note, although I am now reading YouTube chat, this is still just the Twitch chat. And I can't really do anything about it. I mean, technically I could. But from what I remember, it is actually Twitch policy to not mix the chat with the YouTube chat. If you have it on screen, like here. You have to either separate it or not have it there at all. And I only have enough space for one chat currently. I'd have to redesign my overlay, which I kind of wanted to do anyway, so maybe another time. Hey Thunder, what's up? Got to bed a while ago. Fucking depression kicking your ass. You guys do it? Seriously? Are you alright? Honestly, like, genuine question? You can reach out if you want to talk, man. Plenty of people in my life that were there for me when I needed it, so I don't mind being there for someone else. There's a lot of shit going on in your mind that happens every now and then. Okay, yeah, I getcha. I mean, I don't struggle with depression myself, but I definitely had depressive phases, and I know people that struggle with depression, so yeah, it's rough, man. But wishing you the best, dude. Once again, if you want to reach out, Discord DM's always open, man. If you just wanna watch it, forget about stuff. Ooh. Actually, let's see if we can beat him. Then feel free to watch. Goes for anyone. Oh yeah, wait. I don't have notifications for this setup, but Vivicious, thank you for the super chat, I think. He has appeared, yeah. I do need to add notifications for super chats now that I've streamed to YouTube more often. But thank you. Hope you're still here. Hope you don't feel ignored. Okay, let's try not to start the day on a loss. Wasn't this guy one of the main farming rivals, by the way? Like I use White Revolution, or Perfect Revolution as he's now called. But I also saw a lot of people use this guy for farming. Played for 9 hours straight yesterday. This game is so good. Yeah, it is. Yeah, like on my first day when I streamed this, I played for 12 hours. It was like just one big stream, and I could have gone for more, honestly. If I wasn't feeling tired, I would have played it for longer, for sure. Actually, it wasn't even that I felt tired, it was that my voice started to give in. Like 12 hours of straight yapping is not easy if you're not trained with speaking for long periods of time. Yeah, Thunder, I feel them, and also had some shit to go through recently, like the whole tax shit, of which I still have to pay stuff, by the way. I thought paying more than 10,000 euros in taxes was enough to clear me, but no. This month I also have to pay, I think like another 400. But thanks to your support, I can manage it. But yeah, also had a bit of a crisis when that was going on. I'm so in the mood for this music right now, man. Definitely gonna do the tier list later. Yeah, I haven't added the traffic cars. I know you can, with mods, actually use the traffic cars in this game. There's actually two drivers right next to each other. I need to make sure not to challenge the wrong guy. Okay. Now this is a full day-night cycle. So when you go out, it's usually nighttime, and then it will progress into dawn, into midday, into dusk, into midnight again. Like, it's all dynamic. If you actually stay still, you can actually see the shadows moving even. It also randomizes the weather, so the cloud density is different every time. And you might get fog. Let's actually leave the C1 here. You might get varying degrees of fog, so either no fog, like right now. I think there might be like there's some minor, like distant fog maybe. So either get this, or medium fog, or a lot of fog. Which we got last time, basically on our first run. Yeah, someone also recommended me to get an accountant. And maybe also a tax advisor. Might be worth the investment. Yeah, you can do. It's crazy what you can do with this game. Like it started with custom decals, which yeah, it's also the same guy that made this mod, Silent, figured out literally before the game came out, because he had early access to the game, so he already figured out how to import the custom decals into the game before the game was even out, which is hilarious. Yeah, Silent has been a bit of a legend for this game, honestly. He's done so much for this game already. Definitely deserves a big shout out. Wee. I mean, thunderstorm weather would be sick. The thing is, I think for stuff like rain, that's not something you can just add with a mod, because that's obviously more than just visual, right? It's like entirely new effects you'd have to add to the game, and the physics would need to change. I think that's something that Genki would need to add themselves. And TXR Silent patch when? So that's a good thing. The game is so well optimized and runs so well, it doesn't need one. Yeah, I definitely think that the developers will add more tuning options in the future, like white body kits and stuff. They already announced a lot of different brands that are gonna be added into the game, like for rims and such, that aren't here yet. So yeah, customization is definitely gonna get expanded. Now I'm playing my own music, Phoenix. This is from the One Gun Midnight Maximum Tune games, which we'll do a tier list on later. Maybe in like 2 hours. Not sure. Yeah, also people already figured out how to add entire body kits into the game already. Like I think one for the Supra and one for Skyline that you can add. But I think the future for this game, and also Genki as the developers, is very, very bright. Like, I don't think I've ever been more hopeful for any racing game than for this. You know? It's, I think, one of the most no-brainer purchases in terms of racing games in a while. Because any other racing, it was always like, oh, it's good, or it's fine, but there's this and that and this and that. Always some kind of caveat to look out for. This is just like a straight-up fun racing game. That isn't even that expensive, like 30 bucks is really fair considering most other games cost twice as much nowadays, you know? Actually, the other day I was at an electronics store with my girlfriend, and we noticed that a few PS5 games are actually 75 euros nowadays. Like, I thought 70 was like the most, or was like the most I've seen so far. But I saw a copy of Gran Turismo 7 for 75 euros. Which made no sense to me. Like, that game is more than like 2 or 3 years old at this point. So I don't know why they made it that much more expensive. Especially because you can just buy the PS4 version and then upgrade to the PS5 version. Made no sense. Store scalping. Yeah, and the thing is, it was a large chain. It wasn't like a small store where you can maybe think, okay, maybe they just up the price because they need to keep the store alive, or no. YouTube channel. Hello. I'm sorry, Mr. Copen. I'm using a controller for most of my streams. What's the private? No, you can actually get it today. You can actually download it yourself. How many hours does the early access have in terms of content? It took me, I think, 15 hours to beat the story that you have at the moment. And then I think another like 5 to 10 hours for 100%. So depending on what you do and how much you decide to read and how many cars you decide to build, anywhere from like 10 hours is the bare minimum if you're rushing through everything. But you can also spend like upwards of 30 hours if you want to read everything, you want to beat all the rivals, and maybe even try out some mods. Which honestly for 30 bucks early access game is pretty good. Like I spent way less time on games that were fully out, like fully released, and cost twice as much. Like compare this to, like, let's say for example the most recent AAA arcade racer, Need for Speed Unbound. Costs twice as much on launch, and you can finish that game in like 8 hours maybe. Maybe less actually. Is the upgrade to full version free? Yeah. If you get the game now, they don't charge you anymore for anything. Like you get full access to the rest of the game when it comes out. Is the game beatable yet? Yeah, there's something like a final boss. Like basically the way this game works is there are stages, right? So kind of like in, you can maybe compare this like in Underground 2, right? Underground 2 also had stages. So at the beginning of the game, you're in stage 1, you only have access to the city center. Once you complete enough events there, you can move on to stage 2 where you unlock the next part of the map. It's kind of the same way here. And currently we have 2 stages. And once you beat the stage 2 final boss, That's kind of it. That's kind of it for now. Is this the full map? For now, yes. It's actually pretty big, but they might honestly still expand the map. Like, you see all of these like roads that go here and end. I think in Genki's previous game, this area here, actually no, this area here was another road. I think this is the Yaesu line. I'm not sure. Might have been somewhere else, but yeah. I definitely think they're gonna add more roads to the map. Even if it's like after they fully release the game. I guess it's just like a general update. That's a good looking Pontiac GTO, yeah, very American car here. Yeah, honestly this year seems awesome for racing games. I think this was already a good kickoff, for sure. To get something this nice in January already was quite a treat. Assetto Corsa Evo also looked pretty good. It just needs more time. It really depends where that game is gonna go, but the basis for that game is also really promising. It's just at the moment still kind of rough. And yeah, we have Wreckfest 2, which actually got announced. It's coming in March, which could also be really good. Yeah. I think I beat everyone here already. But I like going to Daikoku during the day, because it's just an interesting sight, seeing Daikoku during the day, and it looks pretty good too. Okay, so don't turn around. Yeah, I think I should turn around. Hey, J. Emil, thank you for the Prime. They said there will be 180 kilometers worth of the shoot to race upon. How long is the current map? Honestly, it's kind of hard to tell, because they don't actually have an odometer while you're out. So you could go to the garage, take a note of your current mileage, then do an entire lap around the map, and then just calculate the difference. Might be 180, might be less, I don't know. No, I don't think this game will have multiplayer. I mean, actually no, that's a lie. It will have some multiplayer functions. Like you get all of these like speed zones and speed traps like here right now on the right. I just did 249. You will be able to compare against like your friends and other players online. But honestly, I think that might be it. Maybe they're gonna look into adding some kind of like multiplayer mode when the game is fully out as an update, but not for now. This song hits really nicely during the day. That's a vibe. Oh, sorry. Just gave him a little speed boost. The games haven't really come up in price that much. Yeah, the thing is, like back then, like way back then, during the 90s, games were more expensive for sure. Or about equally expensive as today. But I think with gaming just being more mainstream, I think that the goal should be that games are more affordable and not less affordable. You know, especially if you calculate for inflation. Wait, is this one else? I forgot to beat. I drive like you in Wanga Midnight Maximum tuned. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment or an insult, but thank you. Yeah, for Horizon 5 is also coming to PS5, that's also true. Which I also think is just a good thing, you know? Like, more people getting to being able to play a game they wanted to play for a long time, you know? I know there's definitely a lot of people that just prefer being on PlayStation, but they always wanted to play Horizon, but didn't want to buy an Xbox just for Horizon. It's good stuff, you know? Ooh, boss time. I think less console exclusivity is generally a good thing. The unfortunate side effect of that is that it kind of makes consoles less appealing. Because I think that's the problem that Xbox has currently. Is that they just don't have any exclusives anymore. Like Horizon 5 I think was like the last game that people would maybe buy an Xbox for. And now they don't even need to do that anymore. You know? So the side effect is that consoles become like less valuable, quote unquote. But honestly, I think that doesn't really matter. If more people can just play all the games and have access to everything, I think it's just generally a good thing. Holy. Yeah, I think over time we'll rate all of the Wonga Midnight Maximum Tune songs. I think today we'll just do like one game. I think I'm just gonna let you guys decide which one you guys wanna rank. And yeah. I think like the only unfortunate thing currently in terms of racing games is that Need for Speed seems to be kind of on hiatus for now. But I mean, I made a video on this like a year and a half ago maybe. I already talked about this a little bit. I think honestly like Need for Speed needs a break. It's pretty obvious from Unbound that they just didn't really know what to do with Need for Speed anymore. It was just a bunch of like random ideas just kind of thrown together. People didn't really vibe with it. And also like it's not only the franchise itself that needs a break, I think it's the community that needs a break. Probably even more so, you know. I think the community above all else needs a fucking break. And I mean, it's not like there's nothing else to play, you know. Like I'm just speaking for myself here, but I was personally like really tired of the constant like Unbound discourse and Need for Speed, yeah, nostalgia talk, etc. It really like started to annoy me a lot. Like this constant like Need for Speed this, Need for Speed that, you know. So like I personally actually appreciate a bit of a break. It's over for racing games. I think honestly it's just that we see a bit of a shift currently with racing games, but I think that's a good thing. But Need for Speed is on a hiatus, TDU kind of flopped, Forza Horizon isn't really innovating, Dead franchise is dead, Motorsport, Forza Motorsport underperformed, just generally like underperformed and didn't live up to expectations. But I think therefore we see a lot of new cool racing games coming up, like this one for example. New Wreckfest could be good, new Assetto Corsa, if given more time, could be good. Could actually be a sim racer that's not boring for once. And so much other cool stuff. There's so many cool indie games in the works at the moment that honestly don't even feel like cheap or anything, but like really well made with cool new ideas and actually catering to stuff that people wanted for a very long time, like, you know, Japanese locations, for example. Do I want to switch over there? Actually, I don't think I do. But JDM, I'm also looking forward to. I think it's also coming out in March, right? Like, it's just that there's a shift. Like, I think all of these, like, long-running series have kind of run their course. Pun not intended. You know, and I mean, it makes sense. Like, what other franchise... It's really a racing game thing that we have, like, all of these, like, legacy franchises that have been going on for, like, 20 years or more. Like, that's not really a thing in other genres for the most part. You know, like, if I compare to, like, let's say, for example, Resident Evil, also has been going on for God knows how many years, but that franchise actually evolved over the time. Like, it changed styles and genres. But with racing games, just like if we're getting the same stuff, and when, like, let's say, for example, Need for Speed wants to try to be a little different, people don't like it, you know? It also definitely has something to do with people just not wanting new things, but at the same time being annoyed when things stay the same. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I think people need a break from like a bunch of franchises. People need to play different games. I think the franchises need to be on hold until like new people can come in and, you know, hopefully revitalize a bunch of franchises. I think it's just kind of the way to go currently. I also the thing is the mod shouldn't crash as much anymore as last time. That was a bit of a problem when we played this mod the last time. It shouldn't crash as much anymore. Okay, I think I beat these two as well. Oh, this looks nice here, the lighting with the sunset. Really cool. Issue with AC Evo that it has to compete with Automobilista and iRacing? See, I don't think it does. I don't think it competes with these games. I think Automobilista and iRacing go for more of a hardcore crowd, like hardcore sim crowd, who don't actually care about any of the gamey elements like in-game currency and license tests and progression. They don't have any of that, you know. I think AC Evo is more meant for people that want to get into sim races. So I don't think they're competing. It's just they both cater to different crowds. Oh, the lighting here is super cool right now. Look at that. God damn it! Who built this shit here? Yeah, photo mode would be nice in this game. I don't think it would be hard to add, considering a lot of video games have photo modes. Even if they don't really necessarily need one, I think it's just fairly easy to implement. I check something real quick. Hold on. My chat not showing the YouTube chat anymore? Okay, wait. Okay, well now it's nighttime. I think I'm just gonna challenge that one guy that's up ahead. I think then I'll build a new car. And we dropped the GTO a little bit the last time. Yeah, I still don't know how this works. How like the lights dynamically turn on and off from the cars and the buildings. And also the street lights. Like everything just works. Probably on the clock here. Okay. Ah, actually, that's the guy that wants this exact car. Otherwise, he's not gonna battle you. Quick-tempered professor, sure. Yeah, they did fix the automatic transmission shifting too early. You can now use automatic and you won't be significantly slower anymore. They did fix that in the recent patch. Okay, so what do we buy? I was kind of thinking 370Z. That's not the 370Z. I haven't seen this car used a bunch. What else do we have? Could also go X7. Although the rotary engines don't sound super good right now. We have a Toyota. Mark 3 Supra could be cool. Or generally any Supra. I'll go 370Z for now, I think. They drive the 350Z, but not the 70, which is also pretty cool. I do like. What color though? I think I'm gonna give it a custom color. Copen. If I run the Copen, it's actually over. We cannot beat the rest of the opponents, and then it's actually over. Okay, let's see what pass this has available. Ooh. Does the carbon hood work on this? No, not really. I usually don't like when you see this here, like when this doesn't really connect well to the window and the rest of the chassis. That's why I'm usually not a fan of carbon hoods. Like that always looks a little stupid to me. Oh, look for this. This looks red. I think this looks the best actually. It's kind of hard to see with the blue color. Should have maybe given it something else. Go for this, I guess. Impul, that's actually a custom brand. Oh, no, yeah, a real brand, I mean, not a custom one. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this, honestly. Nothing super fancy. Oh, Kuro! Sup, thank you for the 33 months. Sup. Prime. Your one and only Prime sub, and I'm getting it. I feel honored, man. Thank you so much. Hey, and Lord Enigma, thank you for your Prime as well. First one. Farming Primes left and right. What spoiler do I go for? Oh, looks a little funky. I'll go for it. Sure. I triggered Enigma, yeah. Like completely, who's Kuru? Okay, front and rear. We could work on this one. Honestly, kind of any rims, I'd say. What for these? What colors do we have? Green would be interesting. It's not an ugly green, it's like an... Like, what is it? Topaz? Opal? Green? Let's try that, but with a different color. Okay, don't cancel. Don't be a moron. Okay. Love the video, man. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, this should be on consoles once the game fully releases. Probably around like May, would be my guess. April or May. Then you should be able to play this on console too. Okay, what would match with these rims? Actually, I think the color is pretty dope. Maybe a darker color would work. Pink, no. Also, maybe just black. Black or white. Need a little bit of a matte finish. Ah, that's maybe a bit much. Maybe like this. Yeah, Hondas are still missing for sure, but hopefully they can figure something out with the licensing. Oops. Okay, I guess I could also throw in the LSC. I think it's this I have to set up. Just buying it doesn't really do anything. Okay, so how low are we gonna make this? Honestly, -3 is enough. With some camber. A little bit less in the rear. Make it look like a race car, right? Maybe black is a little bit boring, but that'll do. It'll do. Tryhards mad when streamer has grinded 500 hours for parts. You know what I did? Although I did grind for the last two Wanderers. The one that needs 77 million credits and the one that needs 2,000 kilometers. So on my main save file, I actually didn't cheat or anything. I did that legit. You didn't? Totally fair. No one should. I just did it because I don't know, had enough free time. It didn't even take that long. It only took like 3 hours maybe of grinding. It really wasn't too bad. But I wouldn't blame anyone for not doing it. To be honest, I think that these two bosses are currently also just in the game for people that still want to play more. Like, I think they are really more meant for, like, later in the game. Like, for stage 3. But they just added them in here for people that still want to play more. Which, you know, I did. I don't want to play more. Okay. Let's get out. Found one that gave 100k plus and you could farm him. Yeah. The thing is, I think, the higher your win streak was, the more money you got. I think up to 20 wins. Then you get twice as much money. Problem is your tires are cooked at some point. So I need to find a car that still performs well with cooked tires. Oh, I think it might be foggy, actually. Yep, okay, flashbang. Okay. I mean, it's not fog, this is English weather. Okay, I don't want English weather. Give me back to the garage. Now, going to the PA, actually, it doesn't reset the win streak, but it resets the cash bonus. I did find that out the hard way, too. Unfortunately. I mean, it's something they'll fix. You didn't grind, you cheated, bro. That's okay. Feel free to unfollow. I did grind on my main save file. Leave me alone. This is just my second save file where I fuck around and have fun. That should be legal. I think it's English weather again. Flashbang. Okay, I don't want English weather. Okay, I either want clear weather or fog. I don't want the English weather. Because it looks the same the entire time. I found the nuke. Additional settings mode got updated to work correctly with the time of demo. Oh, okay. I didn't update that one. Silent. What's the difference now? I mean, it seems to work fine. Ah, yeah, that's what you mean. The settings to change cloud coverage. I mean, I'm okay with whatever the game gives me here. Okay, Jesus. Okay. At least now we can drive. Ah, man, looks nice. And once again, it's not perfect. Like, you can see, like, some shimmering and shadows are kind of being a little weird in the distance, but like as I said last time, if you just squint your eyes, it looks perfectly fine. That's more than good enough. I should have made this car a different color, but like it's a little boring or whatever. And tunnels are a little weird. Hello. You can fix tires if you turn post-processing to minimum? Wait, really? I mean this? Does that change? Okay, I can't do graphics while you're out, also weird. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, I'll try to set it to minimum then, to low. Does that change anything else? It looks so bad it makes you mad. Yeah, looks a little strange though. I think that's a common Unreal Engine problem though. Or actually, maybe it might be upscaling related. I mean, if the rest looks the same, then that's fine, obviously. You moron! I changed lanes immediately! Now he's just stuck on the wall. Bro, you idiot. Boy. Now he won't bet on me again. Are you serious? I'll let him go ahead a little bit. There we go. Fine, we'll stay here then. Didn't want to follow me. I figured maybe going over the bridge while the sun is rising would be nice, but no. Now we're here. James is always mad at you. I would say he's mad, he's probably just a coward. He knew he was gonna lose. They took the wrong exit for a draw. Nah, the songs shouldn't get copyrighted for the tier list. That's why I kind of stopped making these music tier lists, because now I want to archive all of my streams on YouTube. The problem is if I rake to like Need for Speed music or something, it's gonna be impossible to upload it. Wanga Midnight music is actually fine. It's actually what's playing currently in the background. That is 100% streamer friendly. Oops, sorry. It's like the logical follow-up would be to do an initial D music tier list, but then it gets kind of tricky again. Because most Eurobeat is falls under like music labels, and music labels are what causes all of the copyright issues. If something isn't under a label, most of the time it's fine. Like if the music belongs to the game and not to any like music labels, then for the most part, you're gonna be okay. I think we'll go inner. Actually, did I go the... Yeah, actually, that should be fine, yeah. Never mind. Pink wagon. Looks like something that I could have built. Especially with a matte finish. And pink wheels. Actually, that reminds me, I think I still have the cursed decals installed. I think the update overrode them. I could put one on the car. Where's the next rival? All the way down there. Oh, dude, it's a highway gambler. Fuck. Yeah, not beating him yet. Like, I purposefully didn't give myself the last set of upgrades because I didn't want the game to be too easy. I think I still made it too easy. So I might as well. Yeah, I think some regions look a little off. during the day, the C1 is definitely okay. I think if you go more into this area here, particularly here, stuff looks a little strange during the day. But all in all, it's okay. Sunrise and sunset definitely looks the best though. Oh, if it's foggy. I think I'm trying out Wong at Midnight maximum June 6. I did play it in Japan actually, in an arcade cabinet. It was very fun. It's just like it was just too noisy. Like the noise was killing me. Alex, I'm doing well, thank you, man. Did I buy the Banner Pass card? No. I mean, because I knew I'm not gonna be able to. I mean, I guess I could have. The thing is, I actually didn't really enjoy playing in the arcades in Japan. It was too loud. Too noisy, too many people. I need to find an arcade that's a little bit more remote. Banana Pass, yeah. I would like to keep my progress, but yeah. Yeah, Street Supremacy, like the TXR4 PSP. Also not bad. I do remember playing it. I think it had a very interesting career mode that was a bit like Need for Speed Carbon. Where to take over territories and stuff. That was actually pretty cool. Holy jump. I don't know what the highest jump is you could do here. I'm just gonna ignore this guy. I kinda started to enjoy ramming them before starting the challenge, to be honest. And in general, initiating a battle is so much better here than in the older games. Because in the older games, you had to slow down to their speed to initiate the battle. Which, honestly, at times was kind of annoying. No, it doesn't really matter how fast you are. Or if you ram them, if you're too close. Like, the battle always just starts. Yeah, apparently there's people that slam the steering wheel in the arcades. That was actually, that reminds me. What the hell was that? Wait. I think I just saw a car orgy. What is going on here? Okay, wait, who do I battle? Wait, get out of the way. Who do I battle if I flash my lights? Actually, I think I can't even initiate the battle because they're too slow. That's the final form. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Okay, you go ahead. Nice. That did happen to me before. Where I was the car on top. Very annoying. You see to me when a Supra and a minivan love each other very, very much. This is what Miatas are made, yeah. About the wheel slamming, that reminded me. Like, people slam their wheels when they are in arcade. And there was this hilarious image in one arcade. Let me try to find it. I'm sure I can find it. But there was like a notice from like the owners of the arcade. It was really funny. Let's see if I can find it. I have to scroll. Yeah, there we go. Look at this. Attention, you will be recorded. Slamming the steering wheel is a brainless act. Oops. Oh shit. This is actually the funniest thing I've ever read. Brainless behavior. Please don't drive like an idiot. If the steering wheel is malfunctioning or broken, you will be fined. I'm not sure what currency this is. And then the rest in like another language. Anyone who does not follow the advice will be permanently banned from playing in our store. Your cooperation and attention are highly appreciated. Malaysia? It's like $400? Oh jeez. Slamming the steering wheel is a brainless act. Please don't drive like an idiot. That's really funny. Oh man. I've seen videos where people slam the steering wheel really hard. It's kind of, I mean, it's kind of like disrespect towards the establishment, but it's also really funny. It's also really, really funny. Oh man. I never go for Mazepin. Malaysian. Okay. I mean, it's just a form of raging, I think, right? I think if they turn the steering wheel harder, the car is gonna turn more, you know? Which it definitely will. You should definitely try it. Just don't worry about getting kicked out. Oops. Okay, we need to leave this T1. There's nobody here. Which is just, where do we go? They're all going the other direction. There's one guy all the way down there. Am I gonna drive all the way? Sure. I think my second playthrough I don't really care too much. Especially with this mod, I kinda just wanna drive. Oh crap. You blocked my way. So now you shall be dealt with. Actually, I think we can change directions, right? If we go down here and then enter the diver line, we can actually change directions. I don't think I will. Doesn't really make too much sense. Can I... I mean, I could try to drive down here and then take a left here if I can, a right here if I can. And then change here again. Then we are actually on the other direction. Let's see if that works. Fuck, that's not where I wanted to go. You gotta be kidding me. This is damn S14, man. Let's open the Rainbow Bridge. And see if we can take a right here. And then another right later. Oop. What score would I give the Tokyo Xtreme Racer? 0 to 10? I think I gave it like a 9 out of 10. There's still a few things I'd like them to change or add. But yeah, overall. The thing is, if you make a simple racing game, there isn't really much you can fuck up, you know? That's really the main thing. Okay, Bayshore Lane westbound. Yeah, that should work. It's a good game for sure. I think a prerequisite is you have to... You need to have a kind of appreciation for like the Japanese highway system. I think if you don't care about any of this, if you'd rather drive in like cities, and this might not appeal to you. I think that's a good thing about this game. It doesn't try to appeal to everyone. It tries to appeal to like one specific kind of person with like very, very specific tastes. And if you do have that kind of autism, that it hits you just the right way, you're gonna really love it, you know? And I think in general it should be kind of like the way to go for most games. Like, don't try to please everyone, don't try to do everything at the same time. Try to do one thing really, really well, and you'll find an audience for it, you know? Because like I saw a bunch of people saying this game is boring, and like fair enough, you know? If you don't care about this environment, if you don't like the one-on-one racing, if you rather do like something else and you want more variety, then yeah, sure, you're not gonna like it. That's okay. You know, you don't have to like everything. There's plenty of other games out there that you can play instead, you know. But if you have the Japanese highway autism like I do, then yeah, this is obviously a banger game. Yeah, I think there's also beauty in the simplicity. That you can just kind of like play this either in short bursts, or you can just kind of grind away while you have something in the background, you know, or just jamming to music. I don't need a game to just kind of like barrage me 24/7 with all kinds of crap, you know. Like, in a way, that's how PS2 games used to work. Like the classics that everyone is so nostalgic for, you know. Like, games like Underground 2 were also simple. Sure, they maybe had a few more game modes, but in essence, they weren't really much different. Like, you drive to an event, you win it. You drive to the next event, you win it. Drive to the next event, you win it. Occasionally, you upgrade the car in between. Same thing you do here. It's just that the actual events are structured differently. But I'll be real, like, not all events in Underground 2 were good, you know? Like, I didn't like the Underground Racing League. I was kind of meh on the drag racing. Although I think it was still better than in Most Wanted. And Street Cross was also not super fun to me. Like, I mainly... And also the circuit races were too long usually. I only really enjoyed sprint races in the city and some of the drifting. But in essence, you're doing the same thing in Underground 2 anyways. This is really an old school racing game in that sense that it's pretty simple. It doesn't try to like bombard you with cars or unlocks or whatever. Or busy visual effects, you know. I think that's the beauty of it, you know. I think a lot of people wanted a game like this, like just one that's simple. Where earning stuff takes time, a car is actually valuable, you know. And building it up slowly is, you know, kind of what you do. Where do we go from here, by the way? I think we'll go this way. We'll leave the C1. Okay, boss battle. I think we're still on the... Yeah, okay, I think we still left the C1. To be fair, any drag race mode in any racing is probably better than Most Wanted. Yeah, I mean, Most Wanted would have been fine if the lane system wasn't so messed up. And I think the reason why the lane system in Most Wanted is messed up is because the map isn't really built with drag racing in mind. Like, I think that's probably something they just kind of like added late into the game. Or during the game development. Yeah, the good thing about Underground 2 drag racing was they had like special maps for it, you know. I think that's what made it a little bit better than in the other games. I mean, I guess Underground 1 also had specific maps for drag racing, but yeah, traffic was a bit of a problem in those. Oh, that's nice. Some between the two buildings there. I think Pro Street might have had the best drag racing events, but the problem with those is they get repetitive very, very quickly. I think that was the main thing. The fact that you had to do 3 runs every time. Oh, it's the pizza guy. Fuck. I forgot about all of these rivals, man. And it should have given you an option to just skip a run if you think you already had a good one. Technically, you can skip it by false starting, but you still have to do the burnout phase. But I think in general it was pretty good. The drag racing and shift. Not shift. I mean, shift was also good. At least not horrible. The Pro Streets. That's a vibe right now, man. Holy moly. The maximum in cars you can own? Yeah, you need to upgrade your garage capacity. And I think if you have the final upgrade, you can store 55 cars. 50 or 55. And then you have to start getting rid of some. But the thing is, there's not more than 55 cars in the game. So you'd have to get duplicates, basically. If you get every car in the game, plus all the rival cars, your garage is still not maxed out. Like you have to get duplicate cars in order to really fully max it out. Now I haven't tried the locked upgrades in the hex editor now. Okay, why are we going here, by the way? I mean, fine, I guess. I mean, I guess we can go back to the garage. Okay, we have one boss battle. Basically, every day cycle we switch cars. Something we could do. Bye-bye. Especially because I don't think there's any more rivals here anyways. Yeah, I'd have to go all the way over here. Change some of these. Okay, new car. What should we build next? I kind of wanted to do an S14 on my first playthrough. So that's something we should still try to do. Irritated precise machine. Sure. Whatever you say, game. I've not bought a Toyota. I'm not Chaser. Maybe a little fast. Can get a Supra later. Copen, please, dude. The Copen is not gonna be fast enough. Also, we also used this car on our main playthrough already. How long is the game? So anywhere between 10 and 30 hours. If you're rushing through the game, you don't read any of the dialogue, you can finish it in 10. If you want to do everything, probably more like 20, actually more like 25, 30. I think on average, it's gonna take you like 15 hours at the moment. Okay, well, we'll do the Chaser. Alright, we'll give this a business license plate too. Maybe this is a real business car. Invalid content? What do you mean invalid content? Okay, I'll go through everything then. Ah, it needs a different car now, that's why. Let's go with So I want to go. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. I hope this has tuning available. Some cars don't have any customization available yet. Okay, it does. Ooh, the carbon actually extends over here. That's kind of cool. Carbon? Yes or no? I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. You wanna make this car a floor scraper. I'm gonna go for whatever is lowest. And I'm gonna slam it to the ground. Basically a borderline drift car. So we're gonna make out of this. Although I do like that spoiler more. I'm not sure. Fits better to the rest of the kit, I guess, but nah. We'll go for this. Evo spoiler, yeah, pretty much. Do these have different colors? No, only these, okay. Okay, it was just in them. You know what, sure. Let's go crazy on this thing. I prefer to change this. Why do I keep doing this? I'm such an idiot. But I also didn't decide on a bonnet. I think I'm just gonna go for the regular one. Keep making the same mistakes, Chad. I'm sorry. Apparently there's also a mod now that lets you remove spoilers. I did see that earlier today. If that's something you want to do. Okay. Press the right button this time. Yes, thank you. Okay, put everything in there. Imagine I would be making a livery. Actually, that already happened to me when I tried to build the meme wagon the first time around. I added all the decals and then I pressed the wrong button. That did happen to me actually. Okay. Get that ass on the ground. Okay, the problem is the wheels are clipping. I have to adjust the fitment, yeah, kind of like this. Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, honestly, kind of fucks. Give it a better color. I don't have something in arrow actually. Because now I can do this. I don't really care too much about that. What would be a good color for this? I mean, if I want to go business style, we'd have to make this black again. Or we can just make it white. Alternatively. There's more silver right now, but that's fine. Raising the front of the car and lowering the back makes the top end of the car slightly faster? Really? I think that was actually a thing in a previous game, funnily enough. Okay, I think I do like this here. It looks more silver. I'm not sure how you can get a pure white color here. I guess you have to do without metallic. Maybe we can... like a diamond white. If possible at all. Maybe a little less. Kind of like this, I guess. The full... okay, that's too cool. I'm sorry, I gotta go for this. Metallic white just turns it silver, but fuck it. Alright. New machine. Close enough. Welcome back, Gran Turismo, to a right-eye trick. Okay, who do we need to beat? I think that's a boss right here. It might be Golden Hanya. Yeah. I think it's mandatory for us to beat that one, so let's do it. We chase a metallic, right? Okay, that could also work really well. I want to go for like a business style thing that looks kind of cracked. Okay, flashbang warning. Okay, that was quick. Yeah, okay, this, this goes pretty hard. Alright, nice. Alright. Holy. Okay, so that's a cool one. Usually I'm honestly not too big of a chaser fan. It's a car I tend to kind of overlook. But that's pretty cool. This game look better in the day than it does at night. I mean, if you look closely, you can spot more issues with shadows and lighting during the day. But stylistically, it works well. I think I still prefer nighttime, just in terms of atmosphere. Especially stuff like sunrise and sunset works surprisingly well. Let me check something. Okay, never mind. Just panked that van out of the way. I mean, I didn't check how heavy this car is. Suspension's also still pretty soft. Shit. Nah, it's a little heavy. Couldn't really get the tail out. Oh, it's so hard to drift in this car. What the hell? That was me actually just yanking the handbrake all the way through. What if Modder's gonna do a cockpit camera? I mean, probably. You can technically get into the cockpit if you're using the VR mod. You're obviously not gonna have like a fully modeled out interior with steering wheel animations and that stuff. Like, you're really only gonna see the dashboard, but honestly, it might already be enough just for immersion. Like, remember the Spec 2 mod for GT4 also added a cockpit view. And I think it's the cockpit wasn't fully modeled out, but it didn't really matter. Like, just having the camera there, like the camera view from the cockpit, already does a lot. Just for general immersion. Okay, I think we might actually beat them at the same time. Yeah, almost. Almost at the same time. Okay, it's gonna kick us out again. Yeah, the skill points you only get once after you beat someone. You don't get them again. So there's a finite amount of skill points in the game currently. So be careful with that. Make sure you prioritize unlocking all the upgrades and maybe also the cars. If you want to mess around with certain cars and have the full car list available. Alright, let's go out again. Didn't expect us to get kicked out again. We need to defeat more teams. So where do we go? We could exit from here or maybe even the parking area. Actually, I think if we go from the parking area, we can only go in one direction. Then we go over the Rainbow Bridge and then onto the outer loop. Catch that guy. Might be the last one. Actually, no, there's more dudes here. Not many. Yeah, making an interior now from scratch is gonna be difficult. I wouldn't expect it. You might get the camera view, so you only see like the dashboard. I would not expect the full camera view. Flashbang warning, by the way. Jesus. It's a bit more cloudy this time. The game looks different. And you really have to force this car into a drift. Yeah, you have some overcast weather. If you don't have rain, you can at least have that, yeah. Oh god. Okay. Oh, it's the Captain America guy. Is like an entirely different game, yeah. Oh, nice, we're actually on the line that I wanted to go. Okay, good. But if you want weather, you have to play JDM when that comes out. They did show off some of their weather effects in the trailer recently, and they looked really good. It's another indie racing game that revolves around racing in Japan. But that one is more Toge, small city type racing and less highway. Did I unlock that line yet? What the hell? That's the guy I want to beat. I have to take a left. And there's also another indie racing game that I will probably stream soon. If you've heard of Motor Town before. A bunch of other creators have already played it, and it's been booming as well. At a massive search and player count. We could also check that out again. Actually, maybe this week even. I don't really have much planned. No, you don't get skill points for long runs. You get money for doing long runs, but you don't get skill points. Trust me, I farmed a lot of long runs. I would know. Now you only get skill points if you defeat a rival for the first time. The amount you get varies. If it's just like a random goon, then you can only get one skill point usually. But if it's boss or wanderer, you get more. But long runs only give you cash. Do I still play Maximum Tune? I never played it regularly. I only ever played it here and there. Does the game crash often with the mod? Not anymore. When I was playtesting the mod before it was out on the last stream, it was still crashing like a bunch. Now we haven't had a single crash, and I've been streaming for an hour and a half. So I would say the crashing is fixed. There's also a pretty cool setting currently. It's not as sunny as usually, it's slightly overcast, but the sun is still kind of coming through. This looks really interesting. I haven't seen this before. Hey, this is English weather on a good day. Is what I would call this. Motown does look interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like you take a racing game and you mix it with a life sim where you have to do regular jobs like pizza delivery or driving trucks or whatever, and you have your own house that you can buy and decorate, and everything is realistic. So if you buy, for example, neons for a car, you have to like physically attach them to the car. It's in a way like the most realistic racing game I've ever seen, but not in terms of like physics and graphics, but in the way everything works together. Like the way owning a car feels in that game feels the most believable. And the entire game also has like an in-game economy where everything also works together. It's hard to explain in like simple terms. But Hoki Hoshi made a good video on it if you're curious. Best I can explain in simple terms is like a life simulator with focus on cars. Like think elements of TDU and GTA 5 roleplay smashed together. I'm curious about when the next Need for Speed is gonna drop. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to be a little patient. Sims, honestly, maybe a little bit of Sims, yeah, because you can buy houses and decorate them. Okay, am I actually gonna drive all the way down there? If I'm quick, shouldn't take too long. But I don't know when the next Need for Speed is gonna be out. It's definitely on hold for now. I wouldn't expect a new Need for Speed this year. They just dissolved the studio. Next year I think might also be optimistic. 2027 would probably be the most likely year, but I don't know. Just speculation. Is 2025 gonna be a good year for racing game fans? Totally. 100%. It's probably the best year for racing games we've had in a very long time. Because there's just something for everyone this year. If you like simple, straight to the point, PS2 era style racing games, you have this and a bunch of other indie games coming out. If you always wanted to pick up a sim, AC Evo seems like the best entry point once that's finished. Or if you just want to try something wacky, you have something like Motor Town that's a little bit more experimental. There's just a lot of quality stuff, and all of it is very different. And we're not getting the same slop. And even if you want the same slop, you're probably also gonna get a new Horizon this year. So even if you want your typical live service open world racing game, well, you get a Forza Horizon probably this year. Like compared to previous years, I think the worst year for racing games was probably 2021. Like there was really not much coming out that year, and most of it wasn't really that good. Have I played Maximum Tune on my channel? Yeah, I think I did stream Maximum Tune 5 DX Plus. But it must have been like 3 years ago. But way before I uploaded my stuff to YouTube. So we could play another Maximum Tune on stream eventually, maybe. Oh yeah, Wreckfest 2 also, if you like Destruction Derby games, I think that one's also gonna be good. Generally, there's like a lot of different racing games coming out that cover a like very good variety of styles, you know. And hopefully most of it is actually gonna be good and high quality. I hope they get their shit together with AC Evo. Because then I can also just wholeheartedly recommend that, but at the moment I can't. But anyway, AC Evo is more of an investment you make rather than, you know, a game you buy. ...2024 was terrible in terms of racing games. What even came out last year? Yeah, honestly, I don't remember much. I think, was the Crew Motorfest last year or 2023? Yeah, Solar Crown. That was a big disappointment. That's the good thing. I don't think we'll have major disappointments like that this year. I would be really surprised. Motorfest was 23, okay. That is actually the good one. Like I would be very surprised if any of the racing games that got announced to come out this year are gonna be as much of a train wreck as Solar Crown. Like we should not have anything like that this year, hopefully. And Forza Motorsport. No, Forza Motorsport was also 2023. Man, 2023 also sucked, dude. Like, yeah. Oh, man, yeah. Oh, yeah, also 2024, the Crew 1 shut down, right? That was also the year when they took offline, or took the Crew 1 offline and made it completely unplayable. And even inaccessible. Yeah, the last 2 years were rough, dude. The last 2 years were really rough. Yeah, there was some good games for sure. Like I don't want to say everything sucked. Always Unleashed 2, genuinely like one of the most underrated racing games of all time. It's actually unbelievable how few people played it, and it was a million times better than the previous game. Like I played both of them, and the second one was a million times better. Like there were good games, but it's just like too much junk released, and the good stuff was shut down, you know. Yeah, Car Xtreme I actually enjoyed, but I can see, I can understand why that one was a bit more divisive and kind of meh for a lot of people. I liked it, but yeah, the handling wasn't the best in that game. The AI shit definitely rubbed me the wrong way as well. But it also was just once again like a straight down-to-earth PS2 style racing game for me personally, so I still liked it, you know. Yo, what are you doing? I mean, Kikes is kind of a mobile game ported to PC. I mean, that's literally what it is. It started as a mobile game. But they did remove a lot of the mobile game cancer, as I like to say. To the point where, you know, it's actually just enjoyable on a basic level. Dude, wasn't it? Yeah, true. There was a weird mobile Need for Speed. Was that the Need for Speed Heat reskin? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't care. Sorry, I just don't care. Don't think I have an opinion on it. Don't necessarily care about mobile racing games, even less so if it's a reskin of a game I already played. Can we hit 300? Come on! 299. Are you kidding me? The traffic car in the cutscene. Nice. Actually, ASSC also came out in 2023. Yeah, that game was pretty good. Performance just sucked, which is really bad for a rally game where you have to have like quick minor adjustments. Performance should have been better on that game, but yeah, the base game was fun. The career was good. The car building was fun. Nice to see some creative ideas in a AAA racing game. It was generally good. Not many people talked about it anymore after it was outside of like the complaints about the performance, but yeah, I mean, I silently enjoyed the career mode. I think I have like 20 or 30 hours. It was okay. It was a nice little rally game. I don't think it was as bad as some people make it out to be. Yeah, I think this is another guy. My number one cash cow. No, we need to defeat Playful Gentleman. Where is he? Oh, he's not here, I think. How about this dude? Oh, they're not out. Yeah, Heat will forever be like the most missed potential in a Need for Speed game ever. And honestly, like, this is like something that I said before, and I'll still say it again. I think the need for not speed, but the need for the franchise to always constantly do a new map and new everything is probably what contributed to just killing the series. Like, I think it would have been fine if they just recycle the map from Heat, maybe expand it in a few areas, change a few things around, and then copy over all of the physics and just improve it, and then continue the story. That honestly would have been probably the better move than making Unbound. Like, I don't understand why every Need for Speed game always needs a new map. That's something I don't understand. Like, just because Horizon can do it doesn't mean Need for Speed needs to do it, you know? And even in Horizon, I think it sucks. Like, I didn't like Mexico. Most people didn't like Mexico. Like, what's wrong with actually reusing a map from the previous game? There's so many games that do this. Like, it saves so many resources that could have been spent on making a longer game with better handling, more content. Instead, we got Unbound, which didn't really offer much new in terms of content and was just the same crap but with a different coat of paint. And arguably worse. I don't know. Like, they had something so good with Need for Speed Heat. Like, literally just recycle the map, expand it a bit in some areas, change some environments around a little bit, reuse all the cars, physics, tweak them a bit, and expand the story. I don't think anyone would have complained. Yeah, exactly. That's what they do with the TXR games. The maps never fucking change. They maybe add a second one, like a small one, a third one, and that's it. Did people complain in this series? No? Like in general, I think these racing game studios need to be smarter about reusing assets. I think that's what's really killing the production. They need to be smarter about reusing assets, but I will also say racing gamers need to stop being so pissed when assets get reused. I understand if it's really bad stuff like in Forza, like just plain inaccurate car models that haven't been updated in 15 years. That I understand. But I also think the community needs to just be more open if things get recycled and reused between games. Like, I think it is unrealistic for a series to completely change up everything every 2 years. And that's two things that I think need to change in the racing game genre. Community needs to be more comfortable with stuff being reused, maps being reused. But also the developers need to actually do it. And need to be more open towards recycling stuff. Yeah, I mean, GT7 has literally done that. GT7 is literally just GT Sport 2. And honestly, I don't think there would have been a problem had they made a better campaign. Like, I don't have a problem that in GT7 the tracks look pretty much the same as in Sport. Why would anyone give a fuck? Or that they still use the same car models as in Sport. Like, who cares? It's good enough, you know? The problem was that they didn't really use the content to make something interesting out of it. That's what the problem is. Same with Forza. I'm almost willing to forgive certain car models being bad if they actually made a more interesting campaign with more content. Like, if the new Forza Motorsport actually had, like, an interesting single player without the currency bullshit. Like a straight up back to the roots experience. Like, I would not have cared if they reused maps from FM7. The problem is just that they lied about it and then didn't change anything anyways. You know? Like, they didn't improve and they lied, you know? That's what the problem was. Like, that stuff is just like a structural problem with racing games, you know? It's not like, oh, game bad. It's like the priorities are out of whack. I don't think there's anyone left here, by the way. That's the highway gameplay, I don't want to battle him. That's the pizza guy, I don't want to battle him. I think we beat everyone on the map. Yep. I'll wait until the sun's down. On the whole, you'd prefer a whole new game to a recycled one. The thing is, for me it's not even about that. I'd prefer a good game over a bad one. I think that's something many people can agree. And if making a good game is easier if you recycle some stuff, I think that's okay. Is the real built from the ground up game? See, that's not even true. This game was not entirely built from the ground up. I think the map was taken from an earlier game, but just overhauled a little bit. And the car models were from their last mobile game that they made. Like, not even the cars they made specifically for this game. Maybe some tuning stuff, maybe they improved the car models in some ways. Although clearly they didn't if you look at the clips. And I'll say the game was probably better for it, because then they had more time to actually make the handling good, to make the progression good, to add a bunch of rivals, a bunch of opponents. The game was probably better for it, you know? Because then they actually had more time for the stuff that actually mattered. Which is the gameplay, you know? I think this game is actually a good example for how good it is for a developer to recycle some stuff and reuse assets. If the assets and the stuff, the content is good, why not? Like once again, Need for Speed Heat had a perfectly fine map. It was actually a good map that I liked, a lot of people liked. Just reuse it. Like, I don't like Chicago in Unbound. I think it is way more boring. Okay, let's enter the course one more time, beat the last two rivals, if we can find them. There we go. And then we can build a new car. But I also have to do the tier list soon. I mean, I did start 1 hour earlier today, so I guess I could also stream for another hour. We would be complaining that it could have been DLC instead of a brand new title. See, but that's once again a community problem. That's what I meant earlier. The community also needs to be more comfortable and more willing, more open to developers reusing assets. And I don't think it would have been fair to call Need for Speed Heat 2 just a DLC for the game if there was enough new content there. If the campaign would have been longer story this time around with new game modes, which Heat didn't even have that many of, you know. And they also changed the map a little bit around. Like maybe they changed the season, so it's like, I don't know, more like autumn or like fall. Or just the theme a little bit. I think I would have been fine. Like anyone, like I would have called out anyone that called it a DLC at that point. We've called everyone an idiot. Hey, Wargaming, thank you for the 21 months. Appreciate it, man.
Hello, guys.
Hello. Okay, where do I go? Playful gentleman, there you are. So I want to take a right. Is the argue that in open world games the map is a massive part of the content, so skipping on that is taking a chance? Yeah, sure, but it also means that it's the most expensive part to make, you know? The thing is with the racing game map is... it's only fresh and interesting for like 2 or 3 days. Then you've already seen all of it. So I wonder if it's worth spending like millions and God knows how many years to build a map. If people are already kind of like... whatever after like 3 days. Maybe it's better to invest the time and money in development into interesting game modes, a longer story, more customization, maybe some multiplayer stuff that's interesting. Stuff that actually keeps people playing. Like people don't just, typically speaking, don't just free roam all the time. Some do. But I think most people would rather have something to do in the game. And once again, like, I don't even think they needed to, like, completely recycle the map. They could have added areas to, like, the north or east side or wherever, you know? Maybe add a second island to the map, you know? Like, if it's Florida, there would have been so much more potential, you know? Like, just adding an entirely new area. Like, for example, how Midnight Club LA did it. Or they added South Central in a DLC. He could have done the same, you know? And then maybe also switching the... entire look of the map around a little bit. Maybe adding some buildings or, you know, so you have a bit of an evolving world. Think kind of like how the Stories games did it for GTA, right? Because Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories played before their respective game, so the maps also look different. So there were more construction sites in places where there weren't any before, or buildings that weren't built yet. That kind of stuff, you know. Like, for example, you have an abandoned... was it a mall or an abandoned parking garage in Heat? Would have been cool if for a second game it would have been finished and it would have looked amazing, you know? That sort of stuff would have been super sick. I'm just spitballing ideas here, you know, how to like properly reuse assets and, you know, recycle content in a way that's cool. I think that would have been one way to do it. Okay, I think we only have one boss now, Bloodhound, yeah. I think that guy, once we beat him, is gonna kick us into stage 2? Maybe? Yeah, also GTA 5 made a lot of changes compared to San Andreas. Although those two, I think, it's hard to compare. Because obviously they made an entirely new map for GTA 5. They didn't use San Andreas as a base, you know. I think the best example is with the stories games for the PSP. Like they used GTA 3's Liberty City and GTA Vice City as a base and then changed some stuff around to fit the era, you know. If they made a Need for Speed Heat 2, they could have done the same thing. Could have just said, yeah, this plays 2 years after the main story. So some buildings were demolished, other buildings were finished. There was also this forest fire in Heat, do you remember? Like this area in Need for Speed Heat where there was a forest fire. Would have been interesting to see what that would have looked like in 2 years, you know? Maybe it would have been completely empty, maybe they would have built something on top of it, you know? That's kind of what I'm talking about, you know? Have I tried drifting on this? Not really, no. I know you can kind of drift with this in this game if you have completely one tires and an appropriate car setup, but not yet. But on Forest was pretty interesting in Heat, yeah. Actually, like, super memorable part of the map for me. I've never seen that in a racing game. Skip, skip, skip! I think this should be stage 2 now. Yeah. It's actually interesting. It's surprising how long you actually stay in stage 1. Alright, another car. Maybe the last one for today. Because I still want to do the tier list. What are we using? We used all of the main brands that we can use, except for Suzuki and Daihatsu. So in the last stage of the game, we could maybe build... I don't know, something a little more powerful. I wanted to do Supra, right? And the S14. I can do both. Skyline I also have not tried yet. I definitely want to try the R33. Apparently this is like the fastest car you can get with upgrades. Or at least one of them. Or we can do Supra. Ooh, carbon hood? Maybe? I don't know. I just don't think I'm feeling this design. I think I like this one more. Ole. Ooh, they have the Bomex kit. Actually, I don't think I like that one too much. I do like that they added original, a whole bunch of original bumpers. That's, in my opinion, something Need for Speed should have done way sooner as well. Like, more original design options. All Need for Speed games had that. That was definitely to their advantage. Ah. Now you got me thonking, man. I mean, we had a spoiler this on the crown, so I think I'll go for the other one. But carbon though. Okay, so what am I gonna use in this one? Could be a basic bitch and just throw on race. The one with bolts could be nice. Hold on. I'm not sure if I'm feeling this. These bigger? Ooh, yeah, okay. If we have different color options that I can remove the chrome, that would be peak. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Interesting, the bolts are bronze or golden. That's interesting. Now that we just remove the chrome. I think that's good. These are really cool wheels. What are these? Meister S1. I really like this, dude. What brand are they? No. Work? Yeah, good stuff, man. All new favorites. Oh yeah, also I should unlock all of the spinning parts now. Because this is a car I definitely want to max out. Or at least try to max out. I want to see how fast it can go. Make it yellow. I usually like Supras a lot in white. It's probably my favorite color. But we can try another. Car already seems so low as this. What am I gonna do here? Okay, not though. I think I'll go -3. I don't wanna go overkill. I went overkill on the chaser, which worked. I think I want to be a little bit more reasonable with this one. Super with 400-ish horsepower, pathetic. Yeah. Why doesn't it have 1,000? Only then the super kids can be happy. Yeah, plain white is just... I don't know, man. It's just neuron activation for me, man. Okay, but I'll try a different color. I mean... Yeah, I know, but come on. Metallic silver. How about this metallic orange? Okay, I don't think I had an orange car yet, so I think this works. Someone asked for yellow. This is... Fuck! This is close enough, right? I don't remember the exact hue I had. That has to be good enough. Touch Supra. Alexa, play the Max Verstappen theme. Actually, don't. That would get me copyrighted. Okay. Yeah, we can also just hunt down the C1 again. Gonna be 10-second car. We haven't seen full fog yet. We got it in the very beginning, but then never again. Flashbang warning. Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. Alexa actually started to play it. Do I actually have that kind of control? Is there anyone? Okay, the general piece of advice: never play a stream on max volume. Streamers can and will abuse that. A 2-minute car. It's not that slow. Million for beating her. Okay, crazy. It's really fast there. I was surprised too. I didn't even tune the gearbox. Also just medium tires. I'll do some transmission tuning. This is gonna kick me back into the garage anyways. Gonna use the opportunity. Also, I should finally increase the attack speed, but yeah, at this point it doesn't really matter anymore. What can we do here? So it's tuned for 300, which isn't bad. Okay, it seems to be the sweet spot here, 319. Should be able to get there at least with nitrous. Yeah, I think if you have like the final set of upgrades that you can at the moment only unlock with hacks. Yeah, you can probably turn this into a rocket. Okay, another flashbang warning. Okay, I think here we go. Actually, I don't want to go on the loop or whatever. Now we're here. Might be the last run for today though. Then we'll do the tier list. Also, I think this car also comes with a backlit license plate. At least I think it is. Then I have to select it. Yeah, you have extra gears in the transmission tuning. It'll be interesting to see if we get cars that can actually use these. Might just be placeholders for now. I'm gonna try going on the one gun. Probably the best place where we can have a top speed run. Bonk. Outdated 2005 Eclipse, my beloved, yeah. I'm really curious if they will update that car model or not. I think they're definitely gonna add more cars into the game. Not sure if they will update any of the car models. They didn't really confirm that yet. I think a lot of people would be in favor for it, but I guess we'll see. Let's go. Followed by the fact that E86... I probably mean the S14, right? They only have the cookie here. Would be nice if they also had the Zenki. Cookie, I think, is a little bit more common in a lot of games. Probably because it's more popular. My thoughts on NFS delay today or... No, I don't think anyone said that it's gonna be 2029 when the next one comes out. Yeah, I think it's good. I think the series needs a break. I think the community needs a break. People need to play different games, get out of their comfort zone. Yeah, I think it's zoom in, man. Audio if I look back. I think it's angry. I also get that if I switch cameras. Kind of, yeah. That car would have went flying if I didn't initiate the battle there. Still betting Criterion do better next. Absolutely not on hard copium. Thing is, I think it could work as long as the game doesn't get a massive budget. If they just make like a smaller scale Burnout. Like not an open world one like Paradise, but one with a few close tracks, you know. With more emphasis on physics than like intricate crash models like BeamNG. Maybe. But I don't think EA wants to fund it though. Right now I think EA is making the same mistake they made before. That a lot of big companies are making. They're putting all of their bags in one basket again. Like they're 100% betting that the next Battlefield is gonna bang hard. Like they did that before and it didn't work. I don't know why they're doing it again. Like they're pulling all developers together to work on Battlefield instead of building a diverse portfolio of a bunch of different games, you know, that maybe aren't like huge in scale but very beloved and have a lot of players. I don't know why they insist on making like their one big massive game that's just gonna end up being crap anyways because 1,000 people worked on it with zero cooperation or creative vision. EA is making the same mistake again. They didn't learn a thing. Does it work before? That means it will work forever. Except when it didn't work when they released Battlefield. What was it? 2042? I don't remember the exact number. But it's also where they pulled a bunch of studios to stop working on other franchises, and they were like, okay, you work on Battlefield now, and then that Battlefield game sucked. Because guess what? You can't just mesh a bunch of developers together in the middle of development and expect them to work together and know what the fuck they're doing. You need like a competent, talented team that know each other well, that work on the project together. And if you start outsourcing from like a bunch of other different studios and they're just coming into the middle of the project, have no idea what the fuck's going on, it's just not gonna work, you know? Like imagine, like here's like a good example. Imagine you go and get into a kitchen, right? Like there's like a chef cooking a meal with like, let's say like 5 different cooks. And then you and your friends, you enter that restaurant, and then the chef is like, hey, you know what? You take over now. We want to make this and that dish. And he's not going to tell you a single fucking thing. He just expects you to finish the dish. Of course you're not going to be able to do it, you know? But that's kind of how it's going over there. Lego Barnacle Boy, thank you for the 6 months, by the way. Sorry for yapping over your message there. But that's kind of how they're doing it. Like they just expect random developers to just join the project and just magically make things happen. Now you need a strong, tightly knit team, you know, that work together and all have the same creative vision. If more people equals better than the government, must be an amazing working team. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's this saying in German. I'm not sure if it also exists in English. But translated, it's kind of like too many cooks ruin the broth. And that applies to a lot of things. I do have friends who actually studied IT and are now working in IT, and they're all saying the same thing. If there's too many people working on the same project, nothing will get done. Like there's a quote-unquote perfect amount of people for a project. Obviously, if you have big ambitions and you want to make a huge game, let's say something overkill like GTA 6, you need a lot of people to make it happen, right? Yeah, too many cooks in the kitchen, yeah. That's how it's in English, yeah. Like if you have a massive project like that, then yeah, okay, you need a lot of people to make it happen. But the thing is, with GTA 6, they're actually giving themselves the time to actually make it happen. And I also think, this is just theory, I'm not saying this is fact, but I actually also think they keep people in the team. Because that's exactly what went wrong with Forza Motorsport, for example, is that they switched developers every 18 months because Microsoft didn't want to pay any benefits to developers. Because once you have someone employed for 18 months, you have to start paying them benefits. Microsoft didn't want to pay the benefits, so they fired and let go of everyone who worked for 18 months and then pulled new people in. And so over the 5 or 6 years that Forza Motorsport was in development, the dev team cycled through every 18 months, and then the people that came in had to just kind of pick up the scraps, you know, and figure out, okay, what are we doing now, you know? That's the problem. You need a tight net of talented people that know what they're doing and were there from the very start. And all share the same vision. Constant dev churn really hurt Halo 2. It hurt every Microsoft game. They wanted to cut costs by cycling through developers, and it made every single one of their games worse. Every single one. So like the publisher needs to know the scope of the game and needs to like also limit the scope well. And honestly, it's something that honestly I've felt with my videos even. If we go way too hard in scope on the video, it's gonna be a nightmare to make it happen, and it's not gonna work. It needs good management above all else, you know. Good management and enough creative leeway for the people that actually make all the creative decisions. Like no meddling from shareholders or CEOs. They should not have a single say in how the game is made, in my opinion. They need to be out of the boardroom. Like I think someone I don't remember who, so you can also just take this with a grain of salt because I can't I can't verify it. But someone that worked in game development explained like a difference between Western game development and Japanese game development. Like if you look at what games are currently like doing really, really well that a lot of people love, it's usually Japanese games. It's stuff like Elden Ring or pretty much any Nintendo game. This fucking game that we're playing, right? That everyone is playing and everyone loves. Why are all of these Japanese? It's because in Japan, game development works differently. There's usually just one person or maybe two people that have entire creative control over the entire project. Whereas in Western dev studios, CEOs and shareholders and honestly people that don't know a fucking thing about video games, they also decide how the game is being made. They also make creative decisions. It's the reason why you had this like loot box shit in Need for Speed Payback, just to give an example. And why the entire game was built around it, you know? That was not a decision that anyone from Ghost Games made. That's entirely EA, you know? It's because, you know, in Japan, there's usually just one or two people that make all decisions. That's also why there's specific Japanese creative directors that are really popular. Kojima is probably the biggest example, but there's also Yoko Taro, who's made okay, you're the pizza delivery guy, goodbye. Who made the Nier games, or Suda51, who made all the weird ass games like Lollipop Chainsaw or No More Heroes. That's why there's so many big names from that company or from that country in particular. Because they just play a bigger role in how these games are made. That's like the major difference between Western game development and Japanese game development. And funnily enough, it works way better for Japanese developers because Japanese games seem to be more often like critically well received on average. Yeah, there's tons. Miyamoto, Harada, yeah. There's so many like very, very popular creative directors within the game industry that are from Japan. Like from Western developers, I can only name a small handful. Yeah, we only have Sam Lake is like one of them, yeah. But that's also the same case. The reason why he is so popular is because he had creative control over the Max Payne games, like the first two. Or Alan Wake, Control, that stuff, you know. Sakurai, yeah. That's like the major difference. Yeah, it's American management in general. It's not just video games there. It's that I wouldn't even just say American, although in America it's probably the most pronounced. But just that shareholders and CEOs, that they play too big of a role in everything. Like their job is to invest, not to make decisions. And create games. You are just a businessman and you are investing. That's your only job. But they always want to pretend that they can do so much more and that they are so much smarter than everyone else. And they always know better. Yeah, designed by committee, precisely, yeah. Bad idea. And this is also just a side note, where I want to see more Japanese made racing games. We always had GT, and and I say this with a lot of respect, but I think Kazunori has kind of lost it. He's kind of lost the plot. He's kind of just prioritizing different things that don't really appeal to me. But I would like to see more racing games from Japan that are popular, that aren't arcade games. And this is like one of them. And look how well it's doing, you know? Something I said before. Something I said way before this game was even announced. Like, I want to see more Japanese-made racing games. Because I think they would do well. And then here comes one. Here's one right there, and look at that. 15,000 players on peak. Still going strong today. After like 2 weeks, maybe? How dare you badmouth Carl's vision? I said it's just not for me. I respect what he's doing. I respect that he wants to build an authentic car experience and less of a game. It's just not for me. Because I always say this every time. I'm a gamer first, car guy second. Me being a car guy is just a side product of just being a gamer and just happening to enjoy racing games. Wasn't it for racing games, I would not be into cars. I can guarantee you that. I got so many rivals now. I really tell that we're in a new stage. Hey, there's our cockpit view. There you go, there's your cockpit. Curry Yellow. I didn't even notice that name first time I played this. Funny one. Went through the Swift. Yeah, I did. I think that kind of wraps up our very, very long TED Talk on the state of the racing game industry. I forgot like half the things I was yapping about, man. I've talked about so much, dude. How did we even get here? Like an hour ago. I think we just talked about like Need for Speed being like semi-cancelled, I think. I think that's how we got here. And then we got all philosophical. Yap streamer. Apparently some people don't like it when you yap so much, like as a streamer, and I'm just like, bro, that's like the only reason why I'm here. My purpose in life is to yap. Let's see how fast we can go with nitrous. Wait, 320. That might actually be the fastest I've ever gone in this game. 320. Might actually be a new personal record. Can you hear the game over here yapping? I'm sorry. think I just passed someone. Yeah, whatever. The day is almost over anyways. Sure, it makes for a good second monitor or sleep content, that's true. Farming ADHD viewers that always need to have something on the on in the background, which I got 100% relate to. Yeah, we're basically on a New Game Plus save. So basically fresh save with a lot of money and skill points already. So we can just kind of mess around. Okay, tires are pretty much cooked at this point as well. See if we can pull a drift. I was already swerving a bit, so it should be possible. Yo, okay. Well straightened out the car right away. Definitely works better than on the Chaser. The Chaser was really hard to get moving. Sure, we'll take it. We'll take it. Chaser was a massive boat. Very heavy boat. Let me show how heavy it was. Probably closer to 2 tons, I'd say. Narrow win, nobleman. Where, what was a... When did I ever have a narrow win? The cars I've been using are so overpowered. What do you mean narrow? Okay. Super is really nice though. I kind of want to drive it a little bit longer. Maybe we'll continue using it next time.